Hi, I'm Lester the Cost Engineer, and welcome back to the series of lessons on how we go about pricing or costing a job. So just to recap, what we've been looking at to date is how do we establish the cost of labour, which we've already done in the previous lessons, and then we considered how to work out hours of availability so that we can work out the per hour cost of those items. So it'd probably pay to recap right now why we go through this process. Well, one of the things we're trying to do for our clients, because our clients will come to us and say, can you give me a price? And what they're really asking for is certainty of price. So when you're doing a cost or an estimate, what your clients are really asking for is give me certainty of price. They need it for various reasons, including for finance. And what you're trying to do, because you want to make some money, is you're trying to come up with certainty of cost. So your need to come up with certainty of cost also drives your ability to offer a price. The bit in between the cost and the price is the profit. And that's something you really want to know, that you're doing a job for profit. So a big part of looking at this and what we're really trying to arrive at is what's called the bill of quantities. And the bill of quantities is made up of two bills, the bill of materials and the bill of labour. And it makes sense that we work out the bill of labour from the bill of materials because we know what we're going to have to install. And the bill of labour itself is made up of two other parts. The quantity of labour, so how many hours to do each component, and then the cost of the individuals that we're using. Because each individual costs us different amounts of money, it can have a big impact on what the price will be for that labour. So addressing this issue even further, we're now going to look at another item that has an implication to this, and that's the cost of the overheads. So let's have a look at that now. So let's first look into what overheads are. There are many items that are involved in the cost of running your business. For example, your office, your premises, and the cost of leasing those premises, your administrative staff that go into helping you to run the business, your vehicles and your equipment, your tools and your phones. There's also the cost of advertising, promoting and marketing so that you get more productive work. There's also the annual cost of accountants and professionals that help you to run your business. And on top of that, there's subscriptions which can involve software, professional bodies and ongoing professional development. So by looking at these items, we can see three key characteristics that go into making these particular items overheads. And those three characteristics are they are non-billable or difficult to bill per job because these are annual costs of running the business. These are cost items of running the business. And lastly, they're not P&G items, in other words, preliminary and general, because preliminary and general items tend to be more job specific and not involved in the overall cost of running the business. So the question now becomes, how do we attribute these overhead costs on a per job, per hour basis? So how do we account for these costs while we're costing a job? In principle, there are two methods. So let's look at those two methods. If you want to know more, here are all the buttons and resources that you need. Just use these links to go places. Don't forget to share this video with friends who you think might need this video.